Right, hello, welcome everybody. Something a little bit new for me, as you might imagine. Not done this before. I'm in a Pokemon Draft League. Done a couple of them in the past. If you don't know the concept, very similar to like a fantasy football draft or something of the like. One of each Pokemon. You have a certain amount of points to spend. The gimmick to this draft, the PWC draft, is that you have a Terra Captain, who is a lower point Pokemon who you have to bring every week, and is the only Pokemon that can Terra whatever type you want. Mine is Orbeetle. On the right hand side of your screen, you can see my team in the top right, and at the bottom right, the team I'm playing against in week 3, managed by Mimico. Just thought I'd recording this before the battle, so you can see what I decided to do and how I decided to approach the battle. So obviously, have to bring Orbeetle every week. We're going with Terra Poison, Calm Mind Recover, and 2 attacks. The idea behind this was that it can set up on Sneasler. Sneasler can basically do nothing to it with 350 defense, 324 HP, and Poison Terror. Outside of maybe a Lucky Sleep. I considered Chesterberry for that reason, but I think the Leftovers Recovery is just too useful. With Terra Poison, you can also set up relatively well on Tapu Fini, especially once it's at +1. And Stored Power and Bug Buzz can basically kill everything. I'm trying to remember if he had. There's no dark type on his team. There is. It's Umbreon, which is why I brought Bug Buzz. But I have another plan for Umbreon, which you will see later. Also nicknamed Gaze Upon Thee for my team name is the Ponderous Looks, because this is my favourite Orbeetle. Secondly, I'm bringing Dusclops, my lowest point Pokemon. Because his Terra Captain is Yanmega, which you'll see on the top right, in the bottom right of your screen. And Yanmega's very, very scary for quite a few reasons. One, obviously, is the speed boost set. My team isn't the fastest. That is one issue I have, even though I am bringing speed boost Espathra, which is another way for me to deal with it. But the Tinted Lens choice spec set is also an issue. Terra Bug Buzz does very little to Dusclops. Terra Flying with Terra Blast or Air/Slash can hurt it, but with Pain Split, I can usually heal off. I'm pretty sure I count it doesn't 2-hit kill with Eviolite and Max Spadef. Dusclops is pretty scary in that regard. Haze, just in case it is a speed boost set, is pretty nice as well. Nightshade just for general chip. Rock Slide, even though it is the Terra Captain, it usually terrors to either bug or flying anyway, so Rock Slide actually covers me on both of those. It's still a super effective hit. And if he decides he doesn't need to Terra in front of Dusclops, he will take, I think it's about 75% from Rock Slide, which is not insignificant. And the nickname is a reference to an old friend of mine who was nicknamed Cyclops. I'm not really sure why, to be honest. But her name was Diana. Moving on, we've got Blumenthal, named after the famous chef Heston Blumenthal, because the set is cooking. This is Assault Vest Baxcalibur. Now, this is not a set I'll bring very often, because for those of you who don't know, Baxcalibur runs off base 145 attack, and that's kind of his whole shtick, is that he hits with Dragon and Ice moves off 145 base attack, has Dragon Dance, very, very scary mon, but Dragon is still a very good defensive typing, especially against the team I'm facing, which, for example, Volcanion wants to fire off whatever the boosted Scald move is. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. And Fire Blasts. Well, Fire Blast isn't totally resisted by Baxcalibur, it does give him a boost to his attack, and +1 Earthquake is going to hurt Volcanion no matter what. Avalanche on the Assault Vest set, this I'm quite happy with. This is for Yanmega or for Sneasler, even though you can run Earthquake. Like, just firing off avalanches if they switch or if they decide to stay in and try and blast through it just really hurts. It's a stab move that can run off 120 base power off that base 145 attack, even unboosted. That's really going to hurt. Originally, I didn't have Ice Shard. I think I had Glaive Rush here, but when I consulted with my friend, he said Ice Shard was better. And I agree. Another thing this thing switches into really well is Thunderous Therian. Ice Shard allows it to pick that off. I don't have rocks to get the chip to clean up with Ice Shard. But with stuff like Thunderous, like Yanmega, that can be very, very fast, just having Ice Shard as a backup plan is very nice. And I realised Glaive Rush didn't really hit anything that Avalanche and Earthquake didn't. Thunderfang is just there for Feeney. It's kind of a filler move, but needed something to hit Feeney with because that's the obvious switch in. Now, the next two are a duo that I'm quite excited about. This is the One Trick Ostrich. It's a bit of a bait name because it's actually got another little trick up its sleeve here. So if you look at my opponent's team, you'll notice he has an Umbreon, which is the obvious switch in to Espathra. Because Espathra is usually just a one-trick bird. It's usually just speed boosts with Calm Mind Protect or Calm Mind and 3 moves or something like that. But the tech here is U-turn. So the idea is that I bring this out on something that it can set up on. For example, Calm Mind sets up quite easily on Feeney. It sets up... it can set up on Donphan or something. It can scare Quillfish away. Like it can do things to deal with these threats. And now that I'm looking at it, Quillfish Hisuian might actually wall this, but it'll be fine. But I can U-turn out on the incoming Umbreon. I have Colbur Berry just in case later on I need to kill it with Dazzling Gleam or something. But when I U-turn out on Espathra, I bring in Gaseous Clay, which is Choice Specs Weezing Galar. Now, this is a bit of a rogue set, but I like bringing rogue sets. It's really hard to... There's no way he looks at my team and thinks, yeah, this guy's bringing Choice Specs Weezing Galar. But he has no switch-ins. His 2 switch-ins to Strange Steam and Sludge Wave are Escavalier, and that's kind of it, to be honest. I said 2, I think there's 1, which is Escavalier. Because even, like, Quillfish doesn't want to take Strange Steam. Feeney doesn't want to Sludge Wave. Yanmega can't take either. Volcanion doesn't really enjoy either of these 2 moves. Even Hooper, like, though it has high special defense, doesn't really want to be taking these boosted stab moves from Weezing Galar. And Escavalier is the switch into Strange Steam and Sludge Wave, but that will die if it switches in on a Flamethrower. Again, my friend said Expert Belt might be better because I want to be able to switch to Flamethrower if Escavalier comes in. But Weezing only has base 85 special attack, so the specs is very much needed to bring this up to a more respectable, like 445-ish special attack instead of 295 with Expert Belt. Misty Explosion is there because he has Tapu Fini, and this obviously 1.5x power on Misty Terrain. So if there just might be a situation where I need Misty Explosion. I don't need any other move. As I say, these 3 moves are pretty much unresisted against his team, and I'm pretty excited about this little combo. I really hope it works out as intended. The final Pokemon is the Jet Fuel counter, which is Celestial Beams. Going for quite a simple set here, a bit of a classic. Auto-Atomize Meteor Beam with Power Herb. Basically, the idea is that Meteor Beam should guarantee a kill against either Thundurus, Volcanion, or Yanmega. If it doesn't, obviously that's probably going to Terra, but it's still going to struggle to take a Meteor Beam because it's probably going to Terra to Bug or Flying. It could counter to something else. It could Terra to something else, but Celesteela versus Yanmega is probably not something I'm that worried about. But yes, the idea is that Meteor Beam can kill a Volcanion or a Thundurus. And from there, if after at +2 I've outspeed to get 400 speed, which should be enough to outspeed, I think it was Yanmega at +1. I can't remember if it was Yanmega at +1. It was EV to outspeed something with a little bit of HP because Celesteela's a bulky boy, and Steel Flying is always an incredible typing defensively. But yes, I think Autotomize... The issue for this will be Choice Scarf Thundurus, but Choice Scarf Thundurus really struggles to get through Excalibur. There's always a switch in for it, and then I can fire off these avalanches. That's the sort of idea behind the team. My concern is that there's probably a Yanmega set that I'm not ready for. But that's kind of the game we play, right? I've got so much special bulk. He has a lot of special attackers. These 2 are just so bulky. I'm hoping I can just sort of muscle my way through. But obviously, if it does become a war of attrition, I don't have any heavy-duty boots. I don't have rocks of my own, and I don't have any recovery. So that is an issue. I do kind of need to blow him up, which is kind of what Espathra and Weezing are there for. Hopefully with a sweep with Celesteela. I mean, I have lots of win cons. Espathra can win late game if certain conditions are met, but it's actually kind of there as a bait to bring in Weezing. Orbeetle can win late, and Celesteela can win late. Just depends on how the game goes and what he ends up bringing. So, enjoy. Alright, so as you can see, we're in the battle now. Kind of a lot of things I expected. No Umbreon is interesting. It means that Espathra really does actually have a chance to sweep here. I'm really liking this Baxcalibur set because it walls, or it can deal with Volcanion and Thundurus, and to an extent Hooper as well, but I probably don't want it to cover too much. This Weezing set is going to end up being useful against Donphan and Tapu Fini, hopefully, so we'll see how that goes. Considering leading Espathra to try and get the U-turn off into Gaseous Clay, I want to save this till later. That's pretty useful. Yeah, let's lead Espathra. See what his response is to it. It's difficult. I mean, what else have... So what's my win con here? Assuming this is not Scarf, +2... I guess it could be Scarf or Canyon. +2 Celesteela can win. What's my set? Energy Ball for Donphan is really nice. Meteor Beam probably have to be for Thundurus because I can't kill it otherwise. I guess I'd need Chip on Hooper as well. Is this winning this game? Terra Poison's pretty nice. But I do have to be careful about Donphan. I guess I'm quicker than Donphan. It's less of an issue. It can win. No Sneasler is interesting. Okay, he leads Donphan. I'm expecting him to just rocks here. I think I'm just going to U-turn regardless. He could be expecting some sort of like big special hit to come off this. He doesn't. I think I'm just going to go straight into Clay. Yeah, I thought it would be rocks. I mean, I'm Levitate. I don't know what he can hit me with. He'll probably switch. Strange Team's relatively safe. I'm a little bit worried about Volcanion coming in. So maybe Sludge Wave is better, but if he stays in... I mean, do I even need this chipped? I feel like it doesn't deal with anything on my team. I think we Sludge Wave. Okay, he went Hooper. Either way, it would have been fine. That might be Assault Vest. No, it's Leftovers. Okay, it is just very naturally bulky. I obviously don't want to stay in on this. I don't really want to get this chipped. It's too useful. Rocks is annoying, actually. I really should have thought about dealing with the Rocks earlier on. I don't want to go into that in case of a Shadow Wall. Yeah, I'm starting to see the limits of my prep immediately. I think I have to go Baxcalibur. Okay, he subs. Well, I just click Avalanche, I think. I think that's the safest play. Spadef Drop's annoying. But I'm going to just click Avalanche again. Yeah, I figured that was the play, but this is good for him. It means this can't ever come in again because I have no way of getting rid of Rocks. What's his play here? I mean, I think he'll just go Fini. Because anything else doesn't really appreciate taking a big hit. I mean, it could be, if it's max speed Volcanion or even more than 210, but he doesn't know my set unless he's calced. He might have calced. With Hooper out the way, I think that makes it a little bit easier for Espathra to potentially win in the end. After a couple Calm Minds. It's possible. Especially if I'm going to have to just chip this with Thunderfang. Just try and get like 30% off on it. Yeah, 28. He calm minds. I have Haze Dusclops if things get out of hand. Which they don't. Although maybe this is the play, honestly. I mean, I think it is. I think we just go to this and Haze. I was thinking of going Wheezing because I'm special. If he gets a Calm Mind off, like Sludge Wave probably does 30-40%, and then I guess he can never recover. But I kind of like keeping Wheezing alive. He's always going to be able to switch into Donphan. Might be a useful sack later on as well to get a Espathra in on something. Yeah, he tries to Calm Mind. He doesn't expect the Haze. That's it's useful. I'm just going to throw off a Nightshade. He does 15% to me. I mean, I do eventually win this. Okay, he goes straight to Donphan. I think I just go hard Wheezing here. I don't know what he can do to Wheezing. And allows me to fire out another Specs boosted move. He knocks off, which knocks off the Specs, reveals that I'm Choice Specs. Not ideal. I mean, I feel like I can just fire off a Strange Steam here. Volcanion is the obvious switch in. Is it the obvious switch in? I feel like I just click Strange Steam. If he goes Volcanion, so be it. I clicked Sludge Wave last time, so yeah, he stays in, takes a Strange Steam to the face, 47%. I think he just clicks Ice Shard again. I'm just going to click Strange Steam. Yeah. We're in an okay position. These rocks are annoying. But I still think Espathra can win, and maybe Orbeetle. It kind of depends on the Yanmega set. He's not brought it in yet, which is a little bit disconcerting. What would I do in his position? I think you just go... I mean, either Volcanion or Thundurus is fine here. My answer to Thundurus is dead. Okay, he goes Yanmega, so we might get a look at what this set is. He's probably Tinted Lens. I'm just going to click Flamethrower. Okay, he clicks Psychic. So he is Tinted Lens, he's not Speed Boost. That's a good sign. I'm just going to go straight to Dusclops. Maybe clicks Pain Split, honestly. Because he's not going Feeny. I'm just going to click Pain Split and see what happens. Because I feel like if he just fires off... Okay, he does go Feeny. Fair enough. I didn't think that would ever be your switch in, because Moonblast did 15% last time. I mean... Yeah, I mean, this... You don't really win this. And I'm happy to get rid of Feeny. It's annoying. I guess he's also got rid of Dusclops, which is kind of my answer to Yanmega, but I've got some boys in the back here. I think this is basically just who's prepped better now. I mean, I'm going to click Pain Split. I actually survived, so I get a big Pain Split off here. Now that feels good. I could probably figure out how much health he has, so it's probably like 1.8. No. I've got 185 from I don't know. There's a way I could figure out how much health he has and figure out if Nightshade's better than Rockslide. It probably is. Steam Eruption does 33%. Dusclops is fucking bulky, dude. Like, he's taking nothing. I think I just sack this. What do I bring in afterwards, though? I guess it's Orbeetle. And just kind of bluff that I have an answer to Steam Eruption. Like, if I go to it really fast, he might think my set's better than it is. Playing some Hope Pokemon. Let's just click Recover. Okay, he gets the burn, which is not ideal, but it also only does 45%, which means I can Calm Mind and then recover this turn. I just recover again. He's going to run out of Steam Eruptions. He's only got 2 left. If I can get this to like +2, +3, it can kind of survive any hit. I mean, Yanmega has Psychic, which is annoying. Maybe I should try and predict the switch and stored power, but I don't think that helps me win, to be honest. I think I have to recover. If it's Specs, though, he can't really afford to click Psychic because I can set up with Celesteela. Or Espathra. He goes hard Thunderous. I really want to Calm Mind, but if he clicks Thunderbolt, do I survive too with Burn? Again, I could calc it, but it's kind of cringe. Let's just Calm Mind. Okay, he clicks Psychic. The question is now, do I stored power, try and kill this and open up the way for one of these two to win? Because this set beats these two. But it doesn't, like, it can beat either Thunderous or Volcanion. I think I stored power. Yeah. I survived one hit. I don't kill him, which is upsetting. He's U-turn, though, which makes me think he's also some sort of choice set. I'm just going to go to this, and I'm going to Calm Mind. I Calm Mind again. Steam Eruption does like 40, right? 47. I guess the burn again. It's a little frustrating, but Stored Power should claim a kill now. Yeah. I don't... I think I just win. I don't see how he can stop this. So the U-turn Espathra never came in because he never bought the Umbreon, which was the whole plan. I don't see how... I mean, maybe he's Dark. He's not. He's Terra Bug. Stored Power just kills it. And Espathra gets the sweep in the end. It was a good game. I was on the ropes a little bit there, but ended up taking the win. I think I played that end game quite well, I feel like. So I'm pretty happy with how that went. Obviously, the prep for U-turn into the Umbreon never came, but I prepped well enough, I think, in the end. Dusclops actually came in really, really handy, and that Orbeal set was just too strong. Thank you very much for watching.